We expected to see the Outback come alive, but not like this. Lake Eyre is quickly filling up with water, maybe its biggest fill in more than a century, and cameraman Carl and I have just 3 days to get there and back. Make that 2 days. After a hope-renewing sunrise, we start tracking northeast until a town appears where the sealed roads stop.
It's right at the junction of the Indepth and the Birdsville tracks. Perfectly located from Adelaide and straight on the bitumen all the way here, so it was just perfect.
Maree is an old railway settlement with a population of 60 plus tourists, and Maria is the owner of its century-old hotel.
When you're driving up here now, people think, why would you have a pub way out here? Well, it's just so important and integral in a community. It's if anything happens, ring the pub. Anything, you want to know anything, ring the pub.
Want a plane? Ring the pub.
We are off to see something that has not happened in decades. Well, it has happened, but not like this. And there's only one way to see it.
Our chariot's piloted by Maria's husband, Phil.
The whole region is massive. It all makes you feel insignificant. It just blows us away. The original people that walked out here, just how they did this, how they found their way around and worked this country out, still blows me away.
Over the Flinders Ranges and past the mysterious Maree Man. As we near the natural marvel we came so far to see, it appears yesterday's desert dust has settled in the skies.
Because it's so dry, when it blows, we get all this bloody dust.
So, while we were expecting this, we got this.
We did see it a bit like this in 2019. We had quite a bit of water in the lake, but it's just stirred up so much.
We hope the view might improve later, so fly northeast towards the source.
Yeah, but it's a huge dispersal, as I say. It's just the most amazing natural irrigation system that you'll ever see.
From up here, the name Channel Country makes vivid sense. The silver lining of the devastating flooding further north.
Mate, in the water, out on the land, everything comes back to life. It's just wonderful to see nature spring out of the ground, if you like.
On the edge of the Diamantina is the famous bush town of Birdsville. It's where Don Rowlands grew up, seeing cycles of droughts and big floods, and he reckons he's got something to do with this one.
Recently I got the rainstone that my old people used, and I thought I might try this, and it worked. So here we are, we're down on the banks of the Diamantina River, and the water's just receded now, and all the birds, as you can see, they're attracted by all of this. They know it's coming before we do.
Before he became the Mungateri Desert Ranger, Don was a stockman and still remembers a close call upriver from here.
We rolled our swags out in a creek bed, and about 2 o'clock in the morning, old fellas come around and said, "Hey boy, we better pack up and get out of here." But I could hear it, but I didn't know what it was. But it was the water running in the cracks below us, and we just beat it. I'll never forget that. It was bloody exciting, wonderful, but it still was, a bit scary.
The town's full of stories, and usually this time of year packed with tourists. Locals worry out-of-towners think they've been washed away.
I mean, whoever surveyed Birdsville in the 1800s did a fantastic job, because the water has never been into the town. It just goes straight past us and marches its way down to the lake. I guess the message is we are open for business. We didn't get our feet wet. The roads are reopening very, very quickly, far quicker than what we anticipated, and we're ready to welcome everybody, and there's no better year to see the lake and the region than this year.
While we're on our way back to base via the saturated Simpson and Strzelecki deserts, we think it's worth another shot to see Kati Thanda in all its glory and decide to try flying again tomorrow morning. Our last day, and the conditions are finally in our favour. First, a glimpse of the still salt-crusted Lake Eyre South. Then, the main event.
The best I've ever seen, absolutely, for sure.
This is Kati Thanda, Lake Eyre North. 144 kilometres long, 77 wide, covering more than 8,000 square kilometres.
I mean, this thing is so big, even at 1,000 feet up, you can't see where the lake ends and where the sky begins.
The ancient system that feeds Lake Eyre snakes across central Australia, and its massive basin covers 1/6 of Australia's landmass. This year, the volume and depth of the water is impossible to assume. Just quickly, to give you a sense of scale, those trees that you can see barely popping out of the water are about yay big. Anyway, back to the plane. This is one of the main feeders, the Warburton.
So after a 1,000 kilometre journey, the water finally makes it here to Lake Eyre, moving at a steady speed, walking pace, around 4 to 6 kilometres per hour. That is the Warburton Groove. That's what Lake Eyre looked like when it started filling. So it starts as a trickle and ends up becoming Australia's largest freshwater lake when it's full.
I don't think it matters how many times I see it, to be honest. It's pretty amazing, pretty stunning. Like, it just changes all the time.
It's the same as what my people did thousands of years ago. You know, the reason they had rainmakers and rain dancers was to create seasons such as this. There's magic, and I can see my people that are walking through this country at the time of their life now. It just keeps repeating itself, and I hope I'm here for many more.